And we are live. What is up, everybody? Today I will be showing you how to draft from the 107 10-man PPR league, and this is the way you should do if you ever get the 7th round, the 7th overall pick. I'll show you the best possible team that you will get, and this is what you should follow. You know, those fantasy experts know what they're talking about. I do. When I do these videos, I'm talking so much. I always got to drink so much water. But so far on my fantasy football, how to draft, I've done from the 101, the 105, and the 108. Now we're doing the 107. Next, I'm looking about probably going to do here after I do this. I'm going to do from the 104. And yeah, because I will have to take an off day till Thursday night because I won't be able to do anything tomorrow. But here at the 7th pick, you're looking at like Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Amon-Ra, CD. Again, like I said in the last video, I will not take CD Lamb. I just won't. But, you know, it's whatever. Because Jonathan Taylor has been going kind of early. You couldn't be seeing him going in the top 5. So I don't know. But, you know, again, Christian McCaffrey could fall to me. Jonathan Taylor could. Amon-Ra, CD, Devon H, and Justin Jefferson is all most likely who's going to be there in this. Obviously, we're going to see probably Jameer Bijan go first. Again, like I said in other videos, in PPR, I take Bijan. Non-PPR, I take Jameer. I never realized that's how Jahmyr Gibbs' name was spelt, but now we do. I kind of like to do this with the mic. I don't know why. But whoa, Jamar Chase went 1 overall, I guess. If you really want him, I guess. But like I said, I feel like Bijan is the pick there. You will be seeing that in some leagues. Jamar Chase. These top 3 will be going in random orders. Yeah, that's how you go. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan. But it's already coming up on my pick. See, if Jonathan Taylor was to fall to me, I would take him. If not, I would take Jackson Smith. But we'll see who goes here. So here, you see Amon-Ra went. That's good. Here, I would be taking Jonathan Taylor. He's a workhorse. Colts offense, good. And I feel like that's just really the pick you want there. Because he is going at 7, so that's basically perfect. Nothing more I want to say. Take Jonathan Taylor. Some people would take him top 5. There I go. I get him at top 7. So let's pick 7. I don't know. Nothing really to say about it. If you have it in a 12-man league, it's the worst pick, I think. But if you have it in a 10-man league, it's not the best. I think the best pick is the number 2 or number 1, of course, this year. I used to think it was the 10, but no. But coming up here in pick 14, I'm going to want to see who's there, but I might double up with a Devon H or a Genty guy here and double up. But we'll see what falls. But there's also Saquon, so we'll see. I personally will probably go Saquon here. I know people are liking Genty, but I just don't know. I mean, I've said take him in other leagues because that insane value. So yeah, there you go. Ashton Genty just went, so that's a no-brainer. And if you were in my position, take Saquon. He has better upside than Devon Achane, better offense, better team overall. The one thing about Devon Achane is he just doesn't have that offense and what he wants. But see, we doubled up on 2 really good running backs with Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley. Which is good, what you're gonna want. But obviously, up here next year, I'm gonna run a quick grab 2 wide receivers because you're gonna need those. At pick 27 is like a George Pickens guy, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, all of them. Nico could fall to peak 27. Could also go early. Personally, me with Chris Olave, I don't know. I don't really have any much opinions on him. If he's there, for me, at pick 27, and depends who else is there, but that is definitely a possibility where you would want to take Chris Olave, but I don't really know. Just the Saints, Tyler Show, I guess they are kind of coming up, but you don't know. AJ Brown, I also like. Malik is said, we read earlier today, that he is feeling good, so I might also want to be taking him, but yeah, we'll see. But right now, out of those four, I would probably pick Malik if I were you. J Dart, but J Dart did get a concussion preseason game, so it's really between Malik Neighbors and AJ Brown if they are there for me. We'll see who's there. Mm-mm. So coming up next, yeah. So between Malik Neighbors and AJ Brown, that's a tough one. But here I'm gonna go Malik Neighbors. Once he's good, he's gonna be a beast. Especially this now, he actually gets Jackson Dart, because he had Jackson Dart for a solid 2 games last year. Because what? Yeah, Russell Wilson. Did I get that right? Russell Wilson started. Was that last year or 2 years ago? No, I can't remember. But yeah. So I like my Malik Neighbors pick. I just nothing really more to say about Malik. And yeah, just pretty good. Coming up at pick 34, of course, you're gonna look at like a Tedroll McMillan. But here's whoa. Sorry. Here is confusing. Because, if Tedroll and McMillan or Garrett Wilson are there, pick 34 for me, I would 100% be taking them. But if I don't have them, what? Do I go down a little bit? Or do I take my third running back? That's what's interesting, because then I could go for Emeka, but it's at pushing. But then I'd probably have like a Roma Dunze, Jalen Waddle, Terry McLaurin, Jameson Williams as my second. So really what here is, personally, I would take Garrett Wilson. That's great value. Again, I've taken him in other leagues. Again, I am liking Garrett Wilson this year. Geno Smith, we don't know how he's going to be, but if he's all right, that's going to be good. That's going to be good for Garrett Wilson. I kind of, having a Giants and Jets as your first 2 wide receivers, you're going to be like, oh no, those are like the worst 2 teams, but them, pretty good. I like Garrett Wilson, I like Malik Neighbors, like I'm going to keep saying, and like other people are going to be saying, don't take Garrett Wilson, don't take Malik Neighbors, you're going to be dissing on my whole team. But I'm telling you, those people tell you what you should do. I'm telling you what you have to do if you want to win. And they're telling you false stuff. They're not experts. I'm the real fantasy expert. I'm telling you, listen to these podcasts while you're in the car, reading a book. All that makes sense. When you're in the car, say you're mowing the lawn, just chilling out, want to listen to a podcast, doing something, walking, whatever. This will help you win. We are 21 days till football and fantasy season. So you want to start listening, because there's not much more time for draft. Okay, guys. So coming up here, if Travis Etienne falls to me, I will be taking him. Again, what I've been saying in other leagues, I don't know about Josh Jacobs. Until I hear more news, I will not be taking him, because, he could be going to jail. We don't know. So, from what I've seen and heard, I promise I don't think you would want to be taking Josh Jacobs here. but he is going round 3, and you can see here he is going round 5, which I guess you could say is good value. I mean, I did have him last year. Okay, so there goes Josh Jacobs, and I feel like this might be a no-brainer. Travis Achan, I feel like he's going to be good on the Saints. He was good. Or he was all right last year, but he's a good flex spot that can fill out. He can always be a starter for Jonathan Taylor, Saquon, and all of that. But coming out at pick 54, I'm looking at like a DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Cardinal Tate, Luther Burden, or maybe, I don't know. Again, I'm going to keep saying I don't know about tight ends, but I feel like if Tyler Warren is there, I might take him. I don't want to regret if I was to take him though. So it was hard. I could get a solid tight end like Tyler Warren. And my whole thing has been like, don't get tight ends here. But I'm going to say at this thing, being there around 6, I will be going ahead and take Tyler Warren. But, in other leagues, he hasn't fallen to me. But, I mean, every fantasy draft, I'm looking at, like, the Tyler Warren, Coastal Loveland, because I would take them if they fell to me at the right pick, like there. But no, never take Trey McBride or Brock Bowers. The earliest I would accept is Tyler Warren and Coastal Loveland. The other mock drafts you've been seeing, I haven't gotten them, is because I just haven't seen them. They just haven't been there for me. So taking a tight end round 6 is fine. But the thing is here, I got 3 running backs. That's a solid 3. I got a solid 3 running backs, but I do really need to build up my wide receiver room. That's the one thing, is I could have built up my wide receiver room with Jameson Williams, but I didn't. So that's, yeah. So, but we're looking at a Marvin Harrison Jr. No, just don't take him. He's never consistent. A DK Metcalf. Whoa! Kyle Pitts just went in round 7. Interesting. Kyle Pitts Sr. goes. I'm also liking a Parker Washington. So we're definitely going to want to take a wide receiver here. Just depends who. So I'm going to look at here at the board. If Courtland Sutton falls, I probably get him or Mike Evans. That's what I'm going between. I don't like these guys down here. But if I had to go, I'd probably have to go Courtland Sutton, even though Jalen Waddle will be cutting in that. But I will take Courtland Sutton. I feel like he could come in for a week and play. So I like that. But yeah, this should be out right now here, August 18th. And then I'm going to film one right after this, but I'll be putting that out tomorrow. For your information. But coming up here, you see you got 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now we're looking at a quarterback. And what I am looking at, I feel like here, is a Justin Herbert. I feel like he's going to be good, averaging lots of points. Or Matthew Stafford, Brock Purdy, Bo Nix. Like I've said in other leagues, if you get Bo Nix, it would be good. Compare up Courtland Sutton and Bo Nix, maybe. So I'm on the clock here. So I could get a quarterback, or I could wait to get him on the turnaround. But just going here thinking, I'm going to go ahead and get Mike Evans. I mean, I wanted to get him last time, so I'm going to pick him up here and really fill out that wide receiver room and make it good. And then coming up next, I feel like I'm going to take on my next pick on the 87 on the turnaround, come over and take Justin Herbert if he's there, or if not, see who's there, and maybe just wait for Kyler Murray. But we'll see. see. So yep, I'm gonna go ahead here and take Justin Herbert. Nothing more to explain. With Mike McDaniel, McDaniel there, he is gonna make that offense so much better. And I'm already up here again. Here I'm gonna go with a Rico Dodwell. I just like him. I feel like he'll be probably starting for Pittsburgh. Him or Jalen Warren, but I don't know. I like that. He maybe will have to start, but yeah. So on my next two picks, I'm gonna come here and finish out my running backs, get a quarterback and a wide receiver. There I did want to take Jordan Addison. He did catch my eye, but I feel like my wide receiver room is already pretty stacked with Mike Evans, Gordon Sutton, Malik Neighbors, and Garrett Wilson. But Jordan Addison going so late would and could be pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take a J.K. Dobbins common guy here on my next pick. And then on the turnaround, get like a Quentin Johnson, Xavier Worthy guy. And then go ahead and get my kicker, defense, quarterback, tight end. That is how you should be drafting. I'm going to say it to everyone. And there we go, J.K. Dobbins. I do like R.J. Harvey more, but, you could probably be picking up him on waivers. But I'm not actually sure, so I need to check that out. So here I'm probably actually looking at a Deebo Samuel and get that wide receiver room of Mike Evans and Deebo Samuel in the same way to just check it out. So we'll see. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead here and take Deebo Samuel. I'm liking him with George Kittle out. Deebo Samuel and Mike Evans will be getting the picks. And Brock Purdy got to play with Deebo Samuel, of course, for 2 years. And I need to probably take a look at his stats, but I'm not sure. But yeah, here, let me show you how to draft. How to draft is after round 13, you should have a quarterback, 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. And then you can go ahead and take your kicker. See here, I'm going to get Will the Thrill Curd, my boy. And then on the turnaround, saying there's some people who take defense so early. I don't care. Take it round 14. This draft strategy is what you want to use. I'm telling you, this is how it should look once you are drafting from the 107. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and take Rams defense, even though it's going to change after week 2. So the defense doesn't matter. But yeah. So yeah, pick 15, round 15, and just looking at a backup quarterback. Baker might be there sometimes, but looking up here, I'm just looking at Malik Willis. I feel like he'll be a good backup. So I'm going to go ahead and take nothing more I really have to say about Malik. But yeah, I feel like he could be good. Because your backup's only going to have to play like 1 week, and yeah. But I'm liking the team so far. Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon. There we go. Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Malik Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Warren, Travis Etienne, Rams defense, Rykert, and all of that. And then again, I'm always going to say this with your last pick, you should be taking your backup tight end. You don't even really need to be taking your backup tight end. Just do it. Just get like I'll get Dalton Schultz. Like, I'm probably never gonna have to play him, but that will end it. That's why I always think your round 16 pick should be a tight end. I've been doing that in every single mock draft I've shared here on YouTube and all of that. Yo, sorry guys, I've not been looking at chat. But my feeling towards CMC, my feeling towards CMC, I think, I don't know. If you have the pick 106 and he's there, take I don't think I'd be taking anywhere before 5 or 6. Like in 5, I guess I would probably take, like I said, I would take JSN over Chris McCaffrey. I like Chris McCaffrey, but he is just injury prone. That is the problem. He is injury prone. So I don't know. But he's gonna be, if he's not injured, he's best running back. And in PPR, he gets so many receptions, so many yards. That's the thing where you come in, is he better than Bijan and all of that. So my feeling towards CMC is I like him, but I just don't know. Depends when you want to take him. It is a kind of high risk, but a very, 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 very high reward. So that's what my feelings towards CMC is. But I'm going to go a rundown on my team. We got Jonathan Taylor, which I like, nothing to say, Saquon Malik, Garrett Wilson, Travis Etienne, Tyler Warren, Courtland Sutton, Mike Evans, Justin Herbert, Rico Dodwell, J.K. Dobbins, Deebo Samuel, Will Reichard, Ramsey Benz, Malik Willis, Dalton Schultz. Overall, I'm going to tell you, when you're drafting from the 107, you probably should do this strat. Get 2 solid running backs like Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, 2 solid wide receivers, Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson, and then get your flex, Travis Etienne, and then if Colston Loveland or Tyler Warren are there, I would take him. One of them, because I like it. And then Courtland Sutton, Mike Evans, Justin Herbert, Rico Dowell, J.K. Dobbins, Deebo Samuel, all your bench players that you're going to be seeing there that could come in and play for your other, for other people get hurt. But, yeah, that's my team. I feel like that's what you should be seeing from picking from the 107. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. I feel like a Jonathan Taylor, I'm gonna talk about him. Jonathan Taylor is skeptical. You know, we don't know. Last year, I want to take a look. I want to take a look at Jonathan Taylor's stats last year. There he is. So Jonathan Taylor last year, 3-14, 13-9. Oh, wait, no. 9, 27, 29, 9, 28, 19, 30, 35, 5, 46, 5, 11, 11, 9, 13, 14, 3. So you could see he had many big games, but in between that, he had like a 5 and 9, 11. But that 46, I feel like Jonathan Taylor I like. And I feel like if you have the 107, 106, 108, 108, I don't know. But if you have the 106, 667, take Jonathan Taylor. Saquon Barkley, I'm surprised he fell to me to get to me in the 14th overall pick, because he has been good. Found out my draft pick yesterday. I am the 8th pick. Who should I target? 12 teams, full PPR. I think at the 8th pick, looking at like who's there, Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb, Devon Achane, Justin Jefferson, James Cook, all there. My thoughts for that is if Jonathan Taylor's somehow there, because yeah, I mean he is projected at 7, no brainer. Take Jonathan Taylor. But I feel like if Amon Ra, CD, Devon Achane's there, out of those threes, if they're there, I would take Amon Ra. Because I feel like he's just the best there, I don't really like Devon Achane because, again, Miami and, they're one of the worst teams in the league this year, and their O-line is not very good. So that's what I was saying. Devon Achane has so much high upside, but it's just Miami is not good. So if you have the 8th pick, I feel like you would want to go Amon Ra again. And I also don't really like CeeDee Lamb just because, George Pickens last year was in top 3 fantasy finisher, and he's going to steal all those targets, and you can get George Pickens in late round 2, start around 3. So at the 8th pick, I would target Amon Ra, and then if Jonathan Taylor's there, him. So those are like the 2. But if Amon Ra, them are gone, I guess. Next, James Cook, Justin Jefferson, one of them. So that's probably what you're going to expect, because top 7 is going to go something like Jameer, Bijan, Jamar, JSN, Puka, Chris McCaffrey, and yeah. So yeah, I'd target Amon Ra. Yeah, so I am next. See if there's any more questions coming in here, and if there's no more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream and then start back up. And I'm just gonna do a fantasy talk. I'm not gonna do a mock draft, but yeah. If there's no questions coming in the next couple minutes, like a minute. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. Ask questions. I'm telling you, I'm the fantasy expert. The only real fantasy expert. Any more questions? Or else I'm going to go ahead and stop this stream, put this how to draft from the 107 up on TikTok, and then I'm going to go through some of the rankings and answer some of your guys' questions. All right, well, whoever is in the chat right now, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to be back up in 2 minutes. And I'm just going to go over some rankings, and you guys can ask questions. Yeah, see you guys here in a second.